We're going to be talking about 4 mid-round must-draft wide receivers. If you get any value out of this video, please like and subscribe. Let's get it.
Allen Lazard. His ADP is 45. He had 40 receptions, 513 yards with 8 touchdowns. That's with Davante Adams there. He's the only option for Aaron Rodgers right now other than Aaron Jones. And let's not say, what about Christian Watson? Not that I think Christian Watson is bad. Actually, I think he's going to be good. But Aaron Rodgers said, these young guys, especially young receivers, we've got to be way more consistent. A lot of drops, a lot of bad routes, bad decisions. We've got to get better in that area. That's what Aaron Rodgers said about his young rookies, about his young wide receivers. You see, Aaron Rodgers doesn't get all warm and cuddly with rookies. He doesn't really like rookies. This is what Rodgers had to say about Lazard, though. I really think Allen is ready to make a jump and be a number one receiver. Lazard and Rodgers have had a few seasons together now, and Rodgers trusts him. He believes that Lazard is a true number one. That's all I need to hear. Allen Lazard is going to get the majority of target shares. You've got to look for him if you're looking for any receiver from Green Bay. Look for his number to double this season. He should easily get 80 receptions to 100, 1,000 yards, and 12 to 14 touchdowns based on what he did last year, sharing time with Davante Adams. Someone has to pick up those targets, and it's going to be Lazard. Trust me, he had 12 end zone targets last season. That was 8th best in the league. He's way undervalued at wide receiver 45, and he should be rostered in all leagues. Go get him. Adam Thielen. His ADP is 28. He posted 63 receptions, 686 yards, 10 touchdowns through his first 11 games last season. At that point, he was wide receiver 7 and only 14 points behind Justin Jefferson. Then he was injured week 13 and missed 4 games. But over the past 2 seasons, he has continued to produce with 24 touchdowns on 202 targets. Thielen will be 32 this season, so his age and durability are both concerns. Also, Irv Smith Jr. is healthy and is expected to have a big role in the Vikings offense this year. With that all being said, Thielen's rapport with Kirk Cousins and feel for the end zone still give him major upside. Although he's no longer a fringe wide receiver 1 or a solid wide receiver 2, he's for sure a wide receiver 3 and a great flex option. The numbers don't show a steep decline, but instead a steady consistency. And he's still an excellent possession receiver. You better believe that he'll still get great target share in Minnesota and have lots of opportunity to do what he does best, find the end zone. Thielen should be considered a wide receiver 3 with some wide receiver 2 upside and a great mid-round value. Hunter Renfro, ADP 30, coming off of his best season. He had 103 receptions, 1,038 yards, 9 touchdowns. There's a lot of buzz that the arrival of Davante Adams will hurt Renfro's production. I, for one, disagree. If anything, I think it helps his production. Dealing with Davante Adams is a nightmare for defenses. Renfro should have more matchup-friendly opportunities this year. Last year, by default, Renfro became the number 1 wide receiver for Derek Carr and proved that he can handle the workload. Now that Josh McDaniels is there, remember, he had a great part in the development of Wes Welker and Julian Edelman. Renfro can now focus on his natural position in the slot and should excel and have another great season. Obviously, his target share will decrease some, but his production should be the same or even better. He's definitely a wide receiver 3 or flex option and even a fringe wide receiver 2. He has the trust and chemistry of his quarterback, and he's in a great position to have a big role in the Raiders' offense. At ADP 30, I would say he's a great mid-round value pick and must be drafted. Gabriel Davis. His ADP is 31. He had 35 receptions, 549 yards with 6 touchdowns. Now, those numbers don't sound great, but in this case, the numbers don't tell the whole story. Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley, they're gone. Davis is the true number 2 behind Diggs in an offense that can score 30-plus points on any given Sunday with one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Davis and Josh Allen already have chemistry, and he's proven to be a big play guy. There are 186 targets that need to be filled with the absences of Beasley and Sanders. Davis is coming into his 3rd season and is only going to get better. As Josh Allen's number 2 wide receiver, it should be easy for him to double his numbers from last year. He should be on course to get 70 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 10 to 12 touchdowns. He's already shown signs of dominance with his 4 TD game in the playoffs versus the Chiefs last season. He's poised to have a breakout year, and at wide receiver 31, he's undervalued. Josh Allen and the Bills will score a lot of points this season, and Davis should have plenty of opportunity to thrive.